All right, once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. Today is 3rd August, right, 2025, and tomorrow is Monday. That will be the 9th, sorry, the 4th. Okay, 4th of August. So I want us to quickly look at, do some analysis on XAUUSD. That is good. Okay, let us see what the week is, you know, what the week will give us, right, as far as trading is concerned. All right, so quickly, let me go to the 1 week time frame. This is the weekly time frame. Okay, so gold has been bullish throughout this year. Okay, and right here you can see that we have some kind of consolidation since the month of April. We have been trading in a range. Right, let me quickly pick this horizontal ray, fix it there. The last time we had a broker structure to the upside, is somewhere, excuse me, somewhere right here. Okay, and that was in the month of April. So gold broke to the upside in the weekly time frame. Okay, and we had a reversal. Okay, gold quickly reversed. You know, from that zone to this zone in the month of May. Went back up here, came down like this. Also went back up here. So, but we are not seeing gold breaking above this previous higher all-time high that was set in the month of April. Okay, neither has it also broken, excuse me, has it also broken below this particular level. Okay, so we'll be trading in this range. We're not seeing higher high or higher low in the weekly time frame. But let's go to the daily time frame and see what's happening in there. Okay, all right, so let me quickly go to the daily time frame, and this is what we have in the daily time frame, isn't it? So gold has been coming all the way to this level. If we get come back, move again to that same level. It comes back, move again to the same level, and see coming back. So let us mark a new line, okay, over here like this, as in a level where gold is still coming in the daily time frame and reversing. Let me remove my weekly, you know, um, analysis. So we are still in this range. You understand? So now let's look at something over here quickly. Okay, on the daily time frame. After gold touched this level, right, came back to this demand zone, went up again to that same level. It came down all the way into this level in the weekly time frame. Okay, and still bouncing back to this level. Now, the last time you went all the way here, look how it happened. From here, it moved up here, came down here. Now it went up again, but did not break this previous higher high. You understand? Tap somewhere in this level, but it's still in that same sell zone or maybe supply areas or supply zone, and came back into this zone again, and also did not break this previous lower low. Okay, so we are still in that range, but because gold is bullish, as an MCMC trader, I always look for what buy opportunities. Okay, so the last time you see gold coming down here, and this is the last impulse that we got. So normally, I quickly go to Fibonacci and pick my points from here to this level. Let me reverse. Okay, that's good. Okay, so anytime gold comes back, now the blue zone is my discount zone. That's where if I buy gold in the daily time frame, that's where I'm going to buy gold, right? But if I'm going to sell, I'm going to look for sales in the black zones, isn't it? Right. So basically, but I cannot wait for gold to come back into this daily, into my blue zone for me to buy. That means if I were to look at the daily time frame, I'll still be waiting right now to enter my buys, isn't it? Because I will not enter at the equilibrium level. I'll wait for price to come into optimum trade entry or a previous demand zone before I buy. But we cannot wait for that long. So we're still going to go in. Now you can see that this was the weekly one, this is the daily one, this is the weekly one. Now let me remove the weekly one there. I have a daily one now. Let me remove this weekly one here and now move it to this level as my daily zone or my daily demand zone. Okay, so gold is still, but it has not broken these levels, isn't it? I can we pick this one rather? All right. So we are still in this zone, okay, in the day time frame. So I quickly pick my Fibonacci again from this previous one and come all the way here, okay. And if I'll be looking for buy in the daily time frame again in my current daily higher high and higher low, right? It will be this zone. So thank God now price came to this level. That's just last week. Okay, we're going to go to the 4 hour time frame now, for us to see. So in the day time frame again, we waited for price to come back into our discount zone for us to buy, and we bought yesterday, sorry, last week. So let me go to the 4 hour time frame and show you where we entered a buy on gold and we took our profit. So this is the 4 hour time frame. So our final analysis will be done on the 4 hour time frame for us to look for our entry in the 1 hour or 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so with this impulse from this low to this high, I can only buy in the blue zone. I can only buy in the blue zone. So we waited for price, yes, last week. Let me pick this arrow. Okay. Um, what is this arrow? Okay, here. So we waited for price to come into this zone, and that's what happened over here. Price came all the way there, and we bought. Now, why did you buy over there? Let's quickly look at the left side. Okay, let's look at some of the previous demand zones where we were waiting for price to come into, and we got that last week, and we got an entry. Now, before I show you the demand zones that we're waiting for price to come back into, let me give you let me mark the trend, okay, that we were following. What am I looking for now? I'm looking for which tool should I pick now to do this for you? Quickly. Let me pick this parts. All right. So we had a lower low here. So we go here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We got a new higher high here. Okay. So these were the demand zones that we were waiting for price to come into for us to buy last week. Let me give you the first one. We had this one. Okay. So let me quickly mark it as my demand zone. Okay. Let me clone it and show you the second demand zone that I had over here. Now, don't forget that I'm an SMC trader, so probably I might not be using some of your terms. Maybe you are a support and resistance trader or whatever you have. Okay. Let me clone this last one as well. This is my zone in the 4 hour time frame. Okay, that I was looking forward towards to enter a buy. All right. Okay, so let me streamline this one to this level. I had this one last week and we got a very nice entry over there. Okay, so this was it. Now, what do we do? Of course, price started coming into this level. I think that on Monday 28th, we got this, but we could not enter. Why didn't we enter over here? Because there was no change of character in this level. Okay, now you see this high here, we had a lower low here. This is the last, you know, uh, lower high. Okay, it did not break above this previous candle with the body, so we could not buy from that place. So this demand zone is invalid. We waited for price again last week to come into this demand zone, and we got this that happened. It happened over here first. Okay, that was in New York session. That was on Wednesday. We did not buy as well. We were still waiting whether price will move from this left from this demand zone, but it did not happen. Okay, so that particular demand zone is also what invalid. And look how it happened over when price came back here. Price now gave us a change of character right here, isn't it? I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame for you to see what happened. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let me quickly delay this. Okay, and mark this particular level. Where is it? Okay, it's over here. I hope you are seeing the chart anyway. Okay, just want to show you how we entered gold. Buy over there quickly. Let me pick this. Is a change of character, bullish change of character. Okay, I hope still have enough time. So we got this change of character over here. Okay, that was I think on Thursday or Friday. Okay, that was on Wednesday. No, on Thursday. It actually give us this change of character on Thursday. So what do we now do? We still have to go back and pick up our Fibonacci. Okay, and mark our discount zone. Okay, and see what happened. Price came back into that level. We even went to the 15 because now it's important for if price comes into this level. That's not all. You have to be sure that where it is coming from is a good zone for you to start buying. So it's a discount zone. It got there. We put our buy in this small 15-minute demand zone over that gave us this small break of structure, right? That's where we bought gold. It was a sniper entry. Some of our guys entered later on. We still give them that the entry was still valid. So M15 demand zone. Yes, that's where we entered gold. And we had news that came up on Friday. What news was that? I think unemployment claim was. So it was awesome. It was awesome. We waited throughout a whole week without an entry. And lo and behold, we got this entry right here. Now I'm looking for, yes, my long position that we had over here. Our TP was the previous, lower low, sorry, lower high. This is it. And our stop loss was below this particular one. And we got this nice movement over here. That was awesome last week. That was awesome last week. Now let me see if I still have enough time. Okay, that's just 11 minutes. Now let's quickly rush back into the chart and let's see what's going to happen this week. So going back to the 4-hour time frame, I'm not going to go too far. The 4-hour time frame, gold is still bullish since last week Friday. Now we're going to see what's going to happen. Now there are we understand that we have hedge funds, institutional bodies, the banks that are trading with us. So we need to be very careful in executing our trade. So with this buy, definitely price is going back to this level. That's one sure thing. Let me pick this arrow for you for us to know the direction of the markets. Then we can see again where is appropriate for us to enter a buy again. I say we're only looking for buys. The sales is not our interest. If you see price selling, we're waiting for price to sell to back into our zone again for us to buy. So after getting this in on Friday, okay, let me go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so we have an imbalance. Let me remove this. Already done. We have an imbalance over here, okay, and even a fair value gap over here. So I just switch on my smart money concept indicators. So I have fair value gap over here, right? Now we need to wait for price to come into a particular level for us to enter. So number one, this is our current what? Impulse movement. So quickly, let's go and pick our Fibonacci when price moves from this particular level. This is the one we are going to use all the way here currently, right? And where's the demand zone that caused this, excuse me, that caused the change of character is over here. So let's move this demand zone over here like this, and we mark it down like that. Okay, so let me switch off this. So I hope you have something clear now. Don't forget that price is still moving to this zone. So these are our targets. Okay, now, so when price open today, tonight, we're going to wait for price to come back into this demand zone, into the discount zone, this blue zone here, right? If I'll be buying gold this week, let me show you where I'm going to be looking for buys, and I'm sure that's where the banks will also be looking for it to enter. So let me put my long position. I'm going to have my buys right in this zone like that. Okay. Either put my stop loss right below this one is okay. All right. And I'll determine my TP. It will depend on where price move from this particular level. What is my pattern signs? Quickly, don't waste my time. My pattern, where is it? My pattern is here. So there's going to be a reversal somewhere, whatever, to come all the way to these levels. You understand? So we are going to look at how price will be behaving on Monday, probably maybe on Tuesday. I don't know. Asian session. Let's see what London will do. We wait for price in the New York session actually, and see whether price is still going to come back into, because there will be other traders, buyers that are looking for it to now buy gold. You understand? So they'll be placing orders in this discount zone now. Okay. So guys, quickly, that will be the end for this video. I don't want to make it too long. We have our targets for 34.40. Okay, even above that one, price is still going to go up, but we're only looking for buys. We caught this nice move last week, Friday. We still wait for price to come into discount zone for us to enter and look for buys to the upside. So that'll be it for gold. Let's see how price open on Monday, and I'll be monitoring the charts and see whether we can find a very nice entry from here and tap into the higher time frame. Thank you so much for watching. We have our link below below this, in the description. You can quickly join, and you come into our Telegram channel where we post, we send advert and signals, and also updates the charts or update the entries as onto when necessary. Thank you so much, and see you once again later. Thank you. Have a great day.